Okay, should be live now. There we go. Live now. Help me pick a difficulty. Okay. Oh. Okay, I think I need to update my dashboard. Okay. Hey, Fireball. How are you doing? You can't hear. Me or the game? Or you're just not listening at all? Okay. I guess it's... So what I've only ever played this game here on easy. I'm thinking I'm gonna go full out and try it on hard. Oh, you have people over. Okay. Can't have the sound on, but the soundtrack is so great. Okay. Let's give this a go. We're doing the new home scenario, and we're doing it on hard. Okay, well, enjoy your movie. I had to adjust my audio mix a little bit. Hopefully it's coming out all right. I guess the only one right now who can't hear it is Fireball, who's in chat right now, so I'll have to wait till someone else joins. Skeptics and governments continued to deny global cooling until their cities descended into anarchy and were buried in snow. Hey, Joe Ray.
We roam the still, cold world. No horizon in sight. The rulers of old, stripped of pride and glory. It feels as yesterday we were turning the wheels of progress. Until the frost stopped it all. Suddenly, without a warning. When tides had changed, they changed for all of us, no matter wealth or class. We've lost our world to snow. And with it, our last traces of humanity. We bid farewell to plenty, and for those who remained, came the time to adapt. We decided to leave our homes and head north. We roamed for weeks, maybe months, leaving behind all the things we once believed had made us. It was hope that pushed us forward. Slowly, step by step. We knew the cost of our journey, and we paid the price 100 times. Finally, the time has come to build the last city on Earth.
Why not go south? It's probably warmer there. They've actually fled to the north because now the north is warmer. The in-game lore is a little weird that way. The ice storm started in the south, it's not clear if it started at like the South Pole and worked its way up, or if it started at like the equator and froze outwards from there. I get the feeling it's likely the latter, kind of freezing outwards from the equator. We fled from London and crossed the sea to reach the frozen north. On the way, our convoy was hit by a blizzard and scattered. A handful of us managed to reach the site of this generator, only to find it frozen solid and abandoned. Why is no one here? Did any of our people survive the blizzard? Are there any others out there? Whatever we do, we should expect the worst now that the world, as we know, has crumbled. We must survive. So I've only ever played this game on easy difficulty. I have played it a couple times. I jumped straight to hard for this stream, so we're probably gonna die. So here, what we've got here, I'm just going to pause the game quickly for this introduction. So this game is Frostpunk. You're not here? Okay. So this game is Frostpunk. It is a kind of city builder. You're building the last city on Earth in a frozen wasteland. What you've got to survive here is the generator and the people. Okay. Few of them here. Biggest concern, everything is fine. That's great, William. Everything is not fine. So right now we have 80 of them. So we've got a couple nights here to gather enough resources to build housing for them. We have about, I think it's 40 in-game days before the frost storm gets to us, and we have to stockpile enough resources and equipment to survive that time. Okay, let's get started. First thing, we have no resources to start with other than one steam core. We'll get to steam cores later. Let's start by gathering coal. So we're going to assign as many workers as I can at the moment to gathering coal. Once we have coal, we're starting to gather coal up now, we can turn on the generator. So the generator is going to burn the coal to produce heat. Heat keeps the people warm and, well, keeps people warm. So we need to generate more than 6 coal per hour constantly to keep this generator running. During the 10-hour shift these guys are going to be working, they'll be pulling in about 30 coal an hour from these 2 coal deposits. The other thing we want to do is start collecting some of these wooden crates, because we're going to need wood to build structures. We're going to deplete these wooden crates relatively quickly, so we're going to have to switch over to collecting the trees around here at some point. So our first objective here is stockpile 200 coal. Looks like we're well on our way to that. We have 10 wood, so can we build our first tent? Yes, we can. These tents house 10 people each. So for the 80 people we have, we're going to need to build 8 tents. That's going to cost us 80 wood. The people who aren't currently collecting stuff will do the construction for us, and those who kind of before and after they do their work shift, they'll also do some construction. So construction tends to go a lot more. I'm guessing there's a lot more than just what we can see in the hole. There is a fair bit more. We kind of have to progress further, a little bit further, to unlock it. Oh, 21 wood. That's enough for 2 more tents. Yeah, you can, once you get a beacon built, you can view a lot further out. And you can start sending work teams and stuff to go explore and see if you can find anything. That looks amazing. I like the visual aesthetic of this game. These things aren't, so this here isn't how many people it houses, it's how many people is working on building it at that time. So we have 5 people available to work on it, because we have 5 unemployed engineers right now. Or unemployed workers. I guess we got all the engineers busy. Right, I assigned the engineers to collecting the wood crates. So we're going to have to use the engineers to start walking up our tech tree at some point as well. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2 more. We should be getting close to the end of the workday. Oh, got enough coal stockpiled. That should give us about a day's worth of coal. So, now that we've got a day's worth of fuel stored up, we're going to want to start worrying about feeding our city. So there's a couple ways we can do that. The easiest one, so we've got 2, is it tech? Food. So right now we can create a that would be nice. This game has a screensaver. So we can right now we have the tech level to build a hunter's hut. If you look here, or a hothouse, that's kind of a greenhouse, we have to expand up the tech tree a little bit before we can get to building a cookhouse. So all these things have enough people to work on them right now because we're at the end of the main work shift. So everyone's going to go quickly do some construction, and then they'll have houses to sleep in. How many did we build here? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right, we want to build 2 more sets of tents. We don't have the wood for the... We're a little short on wood to build the next tent. So, for gathering food, we have 2 options, a hothouse, which is a greenhouse, and a hunter's hut, which, as it kind of says on the tin, sends out hunters that go out into the wasteland and hunt and bring back food. They go out at night. A lot of the descriptions suggest they mostly use trapping. So they kind of go out and check their traps. So for anyone that's new, this is Frostpunk. We are now attempting to build a city to survive a possibly endless winter. Hopefully not an endless winter. PG, yes. I try and keep this stream PG. Ah. It's messaging me. Okay. That's what I expected that to say. Okay. So the generator here continues to burn our supply of coal overnight. So that's can't count on producing coal at exactly the rate you burn it. But we do have a fast game speed, one of the things I like about the fast forward in this game is when we get to the morning, the start of the work shift, the fast forward stops itself. So as you can see right there, I didn't do anything. It just kind of stopped itself. Everyone's getting up out of bed, 5 in the morning, and is getting ready for work. We have a few sick people here. Okay. Likely from those people that didn't quite have a home to sleep in. Work shortage. Number of sick is rising. We don't have enough materials to build a medical post. Perhaps a short burst of resources can help us gather this. Okay. Alright. So, this game does get a little complicated. Their progression is really, really well designed. So we've got some laws we can sign here. Emergency shift allows us to say, oh, guess what? You guys get to work 24 hours now. It's a kind of a one-shot thing with a cooldown on it. Stuff like can send kids to work or shelter them. And let people fight it out a little bit if they get too disgruntled. How you handle the dead, because that's something you're going to have to handle later. And I'll let you figure out what those two are for. But right now we're going to get this law signed. It's going to push our discontent up a little bit. So that means I can now, on any of the jobs these guys are working, activate the emergency shift, go, you guys are now working overtime tonight. And as I said, it's a one-shot. That's our wood crates. Oh, I want an automaton. Automatons are so nice. One thing it was probably going to be worth doing soon is building a gathering post. Gathers resources more efficiently from kind of an area, more quickly, and it's a lot safer for the workers as well than just sending them straight to the piles to gather from. Get our final tent built, and then we're going to want to start building some roads as well. Don't quite have... Okay. Speed this up a little bit. So this game forces you to make some choices. What do we spend our resources on next? Do we go for securing food? Or do we build something to take care of the sick? Does chat want to help make that decision there? So medical post is 25 wood, and a cookhouse is 20 wood. We actually have the resources to build both. So I'm going to build both. Sorry. I should have placed the medical post closer into the heater. Well, there's nowhere I can fit it in that heat zone now. So it's gonna have to go out here. Oh, starting to get hungry, people. And the temperature is gonna drop shortly. We can always repopulate. Okay, I'm going to assign my 5 unemployed engineers to the cookhouse. Can now introduce new laws if need be. If we want to staff, right, I can only staff the medical post with engineers. We're collecting coal at a pretty good rate, so I'm going to take some workers off coal, put them on the cookhouse, and no, I have to take the engineers. Where did I put my so workers there. There. The engineers are collecting the wood crates. So take 5 engineers there, add 5 workers, assign the 5 engineers to the medical outpost. There we go. So, do we want to force the kids to work? Do we want to allow child labor? In doing so, we might be putting that ability to repopulate at risk. That's reasonable. So yeah, people are getting really hungry now. So the cookhouse is able to 40 food an hour. Might as well make it worse. So allow children to work safe jobs. Need to get the extended shift law. Emergency shift there. Can we get the... I guess we can get it now.
Listen, everyone. New law is signed.
So it's going to be another 17 hours before the cooldown hits. We probably want to spend our next batch of resources on getting more food. So let's get a hunter's hut built, I guess there. Going to want some more roads. That will do for now. And I mentioned doing this earlier. getting a gathering post set up out here. We need steel. Of course we do. Oh, there goes the wood crates. Or the first set of them anyway. We're still doing alright for coal, so I'll take some more workers off the coal, get some of these collecting steel. Why do I suddenly have so many more engineers available than I did a few minutes ago? Oh, right, the wood crates. I had them working on the wood crates. That's alright. We'll get that group of engineers working on more wood crates. We should still have some workers available. Okay. We'll put them on the hunting expedition. With basic resources secured for now, we can try to rescue people we left behind. So this is the build a beacon. I mentioned the beacon earlier, so let's get food secured first. Build a workshop, build a beacon, and get more people. We need more people. So for those who are joining, this is Frostpunk. We are doing the new home scenario on hard. I've played this game a couple times before. I really like it. I've only played it on easy though, so we're probably gonna die. I can't extend the shift on the hunter's hut. It's alright, we're getting people fed. And that temperature drop's coming shortly. We have 2 steel. Okay. Build the street out a little further. 5 steel for the gathering post. I believe they're going to be adding at least one more scenario. Hopefully they add more to it after that, though. I really like this game. A kind of free play would be nice as well. I like the graphical aesthetic. It looks better once you start getting a larger city built. Okay, we're still doing really well in terms of coal. Can probably take a few more workers off coal and get them on hunting. When I first saw this game, I really wanted it, but my computer wasn't strong enough at the time. And then a friend of mine decided to upgrade his computer and he gave me his old graphics card, and it's like, I can now run the game, yay! So, ran out, bought this thing, and I really enjoy it. It was well worth it. So, hunters just got back. 11 raw food. That will last until about breakfast.
Bundle up. It's getting colder.
Could not decide between Frostpunk and They Are Billions. I've heard about that one. I've not really looked into it that much though. Is that the same studio?
Move. Time to get to work.
Okay. Still not enough steel. Generator overdrive. Yeah, you don't want to use that too much. But we may have to here to get... No, that wouldn't even work. The medical post is outside our range. Different type of game, but it's worth it in my opinion. I'll probably take a look at it later. There's the hunters. "15 kids. Okay. Let's build our first workshop there. You don't need to put the workshop in the central heat zone. They've got pretty good heating in them. Or, I guess, insulation. I have a laptop that is a potato. Can't even run modded Minecraft very well. To be entirely fair, modded Minecraft can get pretty intensive. Okay. So, do we try and treat him now, resulting in amputation, or keep him alive until we can properly treat him later? Any arguments either way? No arguments either way. Alright. I've done this one before. Do we want to give this one a try? Keep him alive till we can properly treat him later. Alright.
Listen, everyone. New law is signed.
It's like 18th century Twitter or something. If you amputate, he's not going to be able to do his job. It's unfortunate. I think the game could possibly use a little bit more nuance that way in terms of he can do some jobs but not others. That would be nice, but they don't do that. Alright. See if we can free up. Where did I put those engineers again? Hopefully it's not one of the engineers that got hurt. That would suck. Okay. Okay, now let's get some what do we need more? Go straight for balloon. Allow us to build a beacon, find more people. Get the ability to heat areas. Get that infirmary up and running again, or not infirmary. Gonna get some heaters in workplaces and stuff. Get more efficient hunters. Some of the basic equipment for gathering various resources. Just faster gathering in general. I'm thinking beacon. Get out there and find people. One of the things I did want to do, and we should have the resources for it now, getting this gathering post down. Let's see. We can probably build another one over here as well. This will provide a safer workplace that gathers resources more efficiently. The modded Minecraft packs I play are the packs that have been designed to play on potatoes, and I can barely play them. Fair enough. Recently, or I guess the last little while, most of what I've been doing is on a Mac Mini, which is a relatively underpowered machine. It's a dual-core i5 with 8 gig of RAM and a way too slow spinner. Cold homes. So if we do this, we'll have 2 days to heat the homes up. This should be relatively easy to do. I believe that's a temperature rise there. So we should be able to say, let's heat all the homes. Turn on the overdrive, and then once that temperature rise arrives, we can turn the overdrive back off. So that one should be relatively easy. Now with the generator overdrive, it increases our coal consumed and puts stress on the generator core. If the stress gets too high, it explodes. Yay! That's the you don't need to do everything the crowd tells you to do. All the homes. Oh, we've got them up to livable now. And we're getting a little bit of stress. But we should be able to make it. I'm going to put my engineers on extended working hours. We're going to need to push up that tech tree relatively quickly. So this gathering post is simply cold instead of very cold. And we go bye-bye. Yeah, if the generator explodes, it's kind of a little hard to keep warm. Okay, take some of the workers off the pile directly. Put them on there. Okay. How's that stress doing? 20%. It's going to be a little tight. 24%. Okay, let's get to morning. Someone died. No. Was a worker. Thought you were gonna get home early, but nope, extended workday. Well, to be entirely fair, that was before they started work for the day, not at the end of the day. So I sprung it on them early, not late. New law. Stress is starting to get up there a little bit. Halfway. Definitely behind the ball on the tech here a little bit. Alright, let's see. Can build another workshop. Oh. Okay, yeah, it's people working the wood crates that were running into problems. I'm gonna take you guys off of those crates then. We've got crates getting worked over here from this gathering post now anyway. What was that? I guess nothing. Oop. Woman came forward after we built the workshop. She said her husband and daughter didn't reach the city with the main group. She's sure they're still out there. She wants to join the first scout team we'll send out. Okay. Getting halfway there with the beacon. After we're done the beacon, we need to get that heater researched so we can get the medical outpost operating as quickly as possible. Speaking of which, we can take one of the engineers off there and move him over here for now. Speaking of those who have died, do we want to memorialize them or should we let the stress dissipate somewhat now? Yeah, that is something we want to do. Are we past the 2 days point on that promise yet? Oh, yes, we are. Oh, it resolves in 1 day, 5 hours. Also about the same time the temperature rises. Ooh. We may not be able to keep that promise. Yeah, that is getting a little high. Sorry, guys. Gathering post. Okay. Let's dismantle that gathering post and construct a new road going out this way, in which we will build a new gathering post. I'm going to leave that street there. We can use it sometime later. Okay, as for this, I'm thinking, I guess if we go disposal, we can go organ transplants. I'm not sure what that gives us. Or cemetery. It will help keep our hope up a little bit. I've always done cemetery in the past. Okay, that tech is done. Let's get those heaters researching. We're having some difficulty with food. Okay, get that. Need more steel. We're like one off. Oh, there it is. The beacon can go out there. Yes, I know we're out of steel. I just spent all of it. So that stress is going to go down over time. Feed more with less. So what that is about is More sick beds needed. I don't think disease is a thing. Not that I've encountered anyway. So from the looks of it, we're probably going to need to send out more hunters as well. Two days worth of coal. Okay. And here goes the beacon. We can now send teams of explorers out into the Frostland. Or a team of explorers. There's tech tree thing to get more teams. So this is our wasteland. We can go hunting for the lost expedition or check out that gloomy cave. And while chat figures out what it wants to do there, I am not going to have enough wood to put a scout team together. 40 wood. Okay. People cheer as the giant observation balloon soars above the city. This is a real feat. Everyone feels proud of the work they have done to make it happen. Volunteers have lined up, eager to go looking for our lost people in the Frostland. The woman who came forward earlier is among them. Alright, sorry guys, it's gonna be a little bit before we can send a team out. Okay. Fast forward until morning. Don't have those heaters just yet. Gloomy cave sounds like there might be metal. Possibly? Why don't we take a look? Alright, I believe we said we wanted to do cemetery, right?
Hear me. New law in the city.
And that takes some of the wood we don't have as well. And we may need to sign that child labor law if we don't find enough people soon. The discontent is really high.
Work time. Get back to work.
Okay, so those will time out shortly. Organ transplant? Oops, I already signed the law. I don't think I can change it. Yeah, I can't change it now. Another person died. Okay, I think we're gonna have to get this cemetery built now. Steel wreckage depleted. Okay, we still have that steel wreckage we're gathering from over there. That's alright. Still doing alright on wood. How's our coal situation doing? I don't think we have anyone gathering coal at the moment. We will want to fix that. Okay. Build a street coming out these coal deposits. And we don't have the resources for a gathering post. Okay. Okay, heaters. Got the heater on in the medical post. That should help somewhat. Some of the other problems we're having. That tech tree. We want more efficient hunting. Just too slow at typing. Hunter's gear. Faster gathering. Yeah, we probably want to choose between coal thumper to thump coal up out of the ground. I think we're probably going to want to skip the coal thumper and go for the coal mine. That generally takes less people to staff. And we still got coal piles we can loot in the meantime. So we'll probably want to go with faster gathering or faster food gathering. For our next tech research. 11 hours and 11 hours, and they both cost 10 wood. Right? Yeah. How are we doing on food? We've just got quite a few hungry people. Okay, I am going to... Wrong button. Okay. I'm going to research the hunter stuff then. Okay, so that heater got the medical post operational again. And I got the engineers on overtime work, so they're not happy about that. Those will go away shortly. Once the cemetery is built, the corpse disposal modifier will go away. Once the temperature goes up, the cold at home modifier will go away. Got the engineers working on the food problem. And as for the healthcare, that should probably be one of our next goals. Although the healthcare problem will hopefully resolve itself relatively quickly now that the medical post is operational again. We should have the stuff to build that gathering post. Except we don't have the people to really staff it right now, do we? Hunter-gathering helps with all the resources. Hunter-gathering helps the hunters who gather the food. The other one helps, which is resource gathering, which helps with everything that is not food. At least that's how I understand it. It looks like one of our hunters may have died. That's unfortunate. Okay, I'm gonna have to take workers off of hunting and get them... No, that's still 40 wood. We're almost there. Almost there. Just a bit more wood.
Night is coming. Put down your tools.
Ah, 1 wood short. You guys have the wood crates, right? You're now working an emergency shift, because I said so. That's gonna push my discontent all the way up. So, we have 2 days to get our discontent down before people revolt. Yay! Okay. That goes a long way to helping. That actually gets us most of the way there. And once the temperature rises in a couple hours, that should just about do it. Okay, that's the hunter's gear researched. Let's get gathering efficiency going now. Which of course used up a bunch more wood. Now it looks like a bunch of people are getting really hungry now. You can just tell them to eat cake or something. That's how that works, right? Shout at hungry people to eat cake? Or is that just what, if we let them fight it out? Oh, that might be an option in an hour or so here. Tech tree. Okay. Just hasn't started the start of the day yet. There's our 40. Alright, we have scouts. Now, you said you wanted to explore the gloomy cave, right? So we'll send the scouts towards the gloomy cave. We can see the progress of our scouts up here. So 13 hours for them to reach that destination. Do we have workers? Yes, we have 2 workers. Get them working on our coal situation. We're hitting a touch low there. The hunters should be getting back shortly here. Let's fast forward through the night shift. I mean, caves usually have metal, and there might be people there trying to get away from the wind. Reasonable thinking. People aren't still not too happy with me right now. The temperature's about to go up. And hopefully the hunters will return shortly. On my easy playthroughs, I've never lost more than 1 or 2 citizens. Discontent falls, hope rises. Achievement unlocked, politician. I'll have to look up what that one is later. Probably not something I want to be proud of. Okay, that one is empty now. I guess that's all for that wood. Let's dismantle that building, get its resources back, and assign those workers over here gathering coal. Because if you want to consider rebelling against me, you get to shovel coal. Although you would have gotten to shovel coal anyway. So, may need to think about that one a little bit more. 1 worker, unemployed. Okay. Unemployed worker. You are, the only guy on that hunting team. Yes. Yes. I suppose pressing the 15 children we have here into work could be an option still. Do we want to do that? Get the children to work the safe jobs? I imagine that means like the cookhouse. Win-win situation. It's probably good. Yeah, we probably want to do this.
Listen, everyone.
It pushes the hope down. Okay, so I can take the workers off there and get the children cooking the food. Looks like they're a little slower about it, not that that's going to be a problem. Kids should be learning, not working. Fair point. We don't have a whole lot of other options right now if you want to eat, because the workers that were cooking are now going to be hunting. What other jobs can I assign them to? Obviously can't assign them engineer jobs. Gathering post? Can I assign them to a gathering post? No. All workplaces full. Okay. Actually, no, it looks like I can. I guess a gathering post is safe enough, but I probably can't assign them to gather. I can assign them to gather directly. I don't consider that safe enough. Scouts have reached the gloomy cave. Okay, let's see how gloomy is this cave. We hear terrified shrieks coming from a cave uphill. When we come closer, several polar bears turn toward us, blocking the entrance. There are people trapped inside, and those beasts are picking them off one by one and feasting upon them. So there is some sort of crash here. Do we want to attack the bears and try and rescue our people? People in the cave will live. Scouts will escort them to our city if they survive. So the scouts may not survive. That is, however, rescuing 11 workers, 18 engineers, and 4 kids. But it could potentially cost us the lives of 5 scouts. or leave the bears alone and all the survivors die. But our scouts are fine. Maybe we have one adult supervise the kids. That sounds reasonable. I'm sure they'll be fine, though. It's a kitchen with lots of sharp knives. What could possibly go wrong? So chat, you want to attack the polar bears or save the people? Yep. We had to help the survivors. When our scouts attacked the bears, the people in the cave joined them, and together they drove the beasts away. Then they all set out towards the city. Yay, we didn't lose our scouts. And it's going to take them 7 hours to arrive. Last time I did that, I lost my scouts. That was kind of sad. A child's plea. Captain, we found a boy frozen to the bone in the cemetery next to a fresh grave. He must have been there for hours. He wants you to call an emergency meeting. He says if you agree, his mother will wake up to attend it. Okay, so I think we can take some of the workers off here and add some kids. That should allow us to get more hunters. $40 an hour. Okay, we can do more tech stuff. It is sad. Although, probably somewhat realistic. Okay. I think I'm going to research the next tech tier. Hope 2 promises fulfilled. High discontent is the main modifier there. Okay. $3 then we'll have a lot more workers. Yeah, that law is gonna be is one of the unpopular modifiers there, so
Night is coming. Put down your tools.
here we got a temperature drop coming. That's 1, 2, 3, couple days out. Alright. People are hungry. You'll have 3 days to feed everyone. I don't think there's a whole lot more I can do in 3 days. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna take some more workers off there. Get them. This one. Okay. So there, this gathering post, we're going to test your theory, has 9 kids and 1 parent to oversee them. And all the other adults are working at the hunter's hut. Try and get some food. People seem to eat a lot more at the higher difficulty. Scouts have returned safely to the city. You can disband. Nope, the scouts are going back out. We can inspect this crash site. Several wrecked vehicles, no signs of life. Or look for the lost expedition. We probably want to look for the lost expedition. We kind of promised our people we would. It's also a lot closer, so it should take less time. Yeah, expedition. Ah, here come the people we rescued. Yay! They look tired. It's heartwarming to see families reunited after so many hardships, but shouldn't there be other settlers nearby? The first expedition left London long ago. They ought to be well established by now. They'll surely help us finding our footing. So there should be another city out there then. How are we doing for coal? Alright. So we're going to need some more houses. Sorry guys, but for the time being, these are going to be slightly outside the heat zone. And that's it for the wood. We do have more workers though. Alright, let's get the engineering staff at our medical post fully staffed. That should help with the recovery time there. I think so too. For gravely sick. Yeah, a lot of hungry people. That's the reason I didn't take that "we'll solve hunger" right now. Got a lot of hungry people just landed on our doorstep. Speaking of which, no, we don't have the wood for that right now. Shoot. We have, however, been able to house most of them relatively quickly in rather chilly tents, as opposed to livable tents. But it's still probably better than a cave. Alright, let's get to morning. Discontent slowly eking its way down. And we are now at morning. Oh, the modifier for that emergency shift hasn't gone away, even though we got rid of the workplace associated with it. Interesting. We should be well outside of the effect for that. Okay. Wooden crates there. Steel. Coal. Okay, so we are collecting all of those resources. So we're making that's going to be about 80 rations a day to feed 100 people. Yeah, we're going to need another hunter's hut. Scouts have reached the lost expedition. Explore. Okay. We enter the camp. Appearing out of the driving snow, a choir of excited voices welcomes us. Thank God you found us. We have been wandering for days until we couldn't go any longer. Soon we'd begin to starve. Children and adults packed and ready to go. Or surround us, packed and ready to go. So 2 more sites discovered, a shelter and an observatory. So we can escort them to the city, and they'll get there a lot more quickly, or send them towards the city. They'll take longer, and not all of them may make it. I'm gonna escort them. Would putting a strain on the reactor reach out to them and warm their cold, chilly tents? Overdriving the generator doesn't increase its range, it increases its heat. I'm gonna escort these guys to the city. Okay. 5 hours.
Work time. Get
How many guys? 1, 2, 3. 3 more tents on top of the one I need to build now. We're also running low on wood. Crates. How many are left here? 4 wood crates. Great. Please tell me we have more wood crates around here. Coal. 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 We may have a problem. Wood crates depleted. Okay. Deconstruct this street. 6 wood. Okay. So the problem we have here is we need enough wood. I should have been planning this a bit better ahead. We need enough wood to research the sawmill, which is 10 wood. We then need enough wood to build the sawmill, which is another 10 wood. So that way we can cut down trees to get wood. So I'm likely going to have to assemble something else here. Can we grow trees? Can't exactly grow them. There's a lot of frozen trees around here that we can harvest. And, okay. And once we get the tech tree up high enough, there's this, actually, can we go straight for the wall drill? No, we don't have enough wood. The wall drill is effectively a sawmill that drills into the side and extracts frozen trees that we can then use for wood. So I would go this route, and that's the one I was originally planning to go, but I didn't plan this properly, so we're going to have to grab this, and then 7, 8, 9, 10, free up another 3 wood somewhere else so we can actually build the sawmill. That means I'm probably going to have to disassemble one of these new tents. That's going to make people happy, especially with the temperature drop coming. Can't take out any more of these roads that got buildings on them. Okay, double check, are there any wooden crates hiding anywhere here? Frozen trees. Scouts have returned. Yay, more people. Okay. Look at this shelter, observatory, or crash site. Let's check out the shelter. Okay, gathering post resources depleted. So if we Other people found a trail leading to the wilderness. We should follow it. We must find other people and ask them for help to secure our survival. Okay, first I'm going to dismantle that building. That should give us enough wood. Between that and the street. Yeah, we can put the sawmill over here and gather those trees there. That should give us enough wood to do what we need to do. Search for others. Find another settlement. Okay, I got the scouts working on it. How's that sawmill coming? Slowly. Coal. Yeah, after we get the sawmill up and running, we probably want to get the coal mine going. Someone died. Great. Something we can do to help with reducing the amount of hope lost is a nice ceremonial funeral.
New law is signed.
How are we doing? Okay, almost there.
Workday and
Another one?
off time.
Same workplace. Someone's not doing a very safe job while researching sawmills. Sorry guys. Not much I can do about the housing or medical needs right now. Come on, sawmill. There we go. Resources, sawmill. Built it, invalid placement. Okay. That seems to be the ideal place for it. Oh, not just yet. Coal mining is the one we want next. And of course not enough wood. Okay. Okay, I want to build a road like that. That will do. I'm gonna put you guys back on normal hours while I have nothing for you to work on. Want them researching coal mining next. Looks like people are going out for the ceremonial funeral. Finish building the sawmill so I can put it on an emergency shift right away. Yes. I'm gonna take the children off this gathering post. We've got more than enough workers for it. Probably take the children off at the cookhouse as well. Yeah, so the problem we're having with the medical post is these are all people that we can't treat right now. So we're just kind of keeping them there. Okay, max workers and emergency shift. Okay, that should get us the wood we need. Tech tree. Coal mining, not just yet. You're not an evil overlord now, are you? I never said I wasn't. Evil overlord. Glass pelican. You want to see Evil Overlord Glass Pelican, we should play one of the other scenarios. Yes. Here we have adaption for laws. Other scenarios we have other things besides just laws we can do. One of the ones that changes is if you take, so you can pursue either religion or order. And if you pursue order, the announcement at the start of the day changes from workday begins, or whatever it is, which we should be hearing shortly here, to we shall march to work. And the sound changes from kind of a town crier to like megaphone. It amuses me. Alright, tech tree, coal mining, go. Death of overwork. Sorry guys. Really? On your first day? Okay. Let's get, can we get more of these tents built? Start getting some of these homeless people housed. We should probably see about getting another medical post built as well. Alternately pursuing the infirmary. That's one tech level up. Once we get coal sorted, we may want to either go straight for the infirmary or get bunkhouse and start moving people out of tents. Man, what is your foreman up to out here, really? Oh, that was a hunter that time. Okay.
Work time. Get moving.
Our overlord only sends our children to work if needed, and he makes us work 24-hour shift when it comes to getting wood. Do you want to survive this winter? Okay, do we have the stuff to build a... Yes, so building another medical post should help with some of this. Where do I want to put it? So I'll put it there for now. Yeah, okay. So we'll go with that plan first. Get some more tents built. And then blitz the infirmary. More wood. Do you want a house to live in? If so, then we need wood. I think the calculation is relatively straightforward there. Scouts have reached the sturdy shelter. That's a lot of shouting. Shouting? Shouting. Waiting. Explore. Okay, that gets us a bunch of food, a bunch of wood, and a steam core. Okay. What's our thing look like? I think we want them to bring that back right away. Okay. Get some engineers in that medical post, get it up and running. Okay. 10 being treated, 7 people in palliative care. So we're actually getting some people actually treated now. That's progress. Once we build the infirmary, we should be able to start treating those who are in palliative care. Now we have 10 in palliative care. That's our entire capacity. Okay, let's get 2 more tents, I hope. Okay, you're not connected to a street. And we don't have enough wood to build another. Okay, 10 wood. Will the steam core increase ours? Okay, so this is the steam cores here. We started the game with 1. There's a bunch more you can find by exploring. You can use the steam cores to build various... A lot of the highest tech tier stuff requires steam cores. There's also the ability to build automatons. An automaton can replace an entire workforce at one of these buildings. They're not quite as fast, but they require a steam core in order to build them. The advantage to building them, though, is so this is running 6.8 an hour. It might run 5, but it runs day and night instead of just 10 hours during the day. $20 wood. Okay, let's get this road built. 1 road. Okay, those houses can now be used. It looks like we're still short a tent or 2. 2 homeless, so we're short 1 tent. Got a temperature drop coming as well. That's livable. That's chilly. We may need to prioritize a heat upgrade on the generator over the other stuff. Or bunkhouses do have better insulation as well. That all requires more wood than we have at the moment. Yeah, so this hothouse here requires a steam core to build. We need one of those. I don't know what that is. Automatons? Oh, automaton. Automaton. Where in the tech tree is here? Factory. And then automatons. Automation. Yeah, the automaton is under the automation stuff. Don't worry, guys, there will be more food here in 4 hours.
Night is coming. Put down your tools.
Okay. Some of our people are here to talk about the lack of food. They've been hungry for days now and fear that soon they'll begin to starve if they want you to do something. 3 days to feed everyone. Let's say we'll feed everybody, because we should have enough food to do that an hour out, or 4 hours out. How is... We got a gathering post working on coal. Sawmill collecting wood. There's a fair decent amount of wood still in range of it. We don't have anyone collecting steel at the moment. That's alright for right now. Coal. Coal. Okay, where's the steel mine go? Okay. I don't know where it goes. Guessed wrong. Fair enough. I probably wasn't pronouncing it clearly enough. Okay. Coal, 2 days. We're going in the right direction for coal. Should be alright for a little bit yet. We're gonna start worrying about that soon. Okay, tech tree. I think we're gonna wanna get this range upgrade on the generator. Scouts have returned. Okay, these scouts sent out again. Observatory, crash site, or this bridge. A trail goes over an elegant steel bridge that is crossing a huge ravine. The bridge is remarkably free of snow. I happen to know that there is an automaton at this bridge. And if we send the scouts there, they can send it back. Otherwise, we can investigate the Arctic Observatory built by a royal society, built to investigate the eternal winter. There's smoke over it, so possibly more survivors. Perhaps we don't want to get too many more survivors right now, given the trouble we're having feeding the ones that we've got. Several wrecked vehicles, no signs of life. So I'm thinking go for the automaton. I'm gonna send them to get the automaton. What's fun is if you get up the automation tech tree, here, there is autonomous engineers. You can actually take these engineering workshops that do the research and automate them. So they'll do research automatically. That fed most of our hungry people. That's good. I think we're gonna need another medical post here soon. Okay, we're doing really good on wood. I guess I can't cancel that yet. construction. We should... no food. Want to send out another team of hunters and get another medical post built over here. That's going to require a road. It's not adjacent to one. What else can we build now that we have wood? Coal mine. We have 3 spots for coal mines here. Let's get that one built. We'll have to extend a road over to it as well. Bring it all the way in there. Okay. Steam cores. We have used our first steam core. So I guess the coal mine required a steam core. Right, yeah, because we had 2. Now, what was the thing to view? Economy. Generator is burning 144 coal a day. We're currently gathering 168. Food consumption 127 a day. Okay. Charts. Food ration use. Okay. As expected, this needs some improvement. Health status. Medical posts are fully utilized, as we expected. Got some cold houses. No one's working the steel. And we're gaining almost 70 wood a day. Okay. Yeah, hopefully that will help with hope. Getting an automaton or whatever. Okay. 4 in the morning, workday. It's about to start. There we go. And 2 people died overnight. Yay! Oh, what kind of mod packs would you play in Minecraft? Some of the Feed the Beast stuff, or I'm kind of curious what ones are built for potatoes, I believe is what you described it as. It's like engineered passed away again. At that same particular workshop. Maybe we should get that one tested for like carbon monoxide or something.
Wrap up well. The frost is here.
Okay, we're about to start getting some complaints about the temperature. As is to be expected. Hopefully the engineers won't take too long on that range upgrade for the generator. Oh, what is a good way to gain hope? So first, our main thing is, in this case, what pushed our hope down a lot is we just had a couple people die, and apparently a child. But the main thing pushing it down right now is the high discontent. And the thing pushing our discontent up is healthcare, cold. Cold's probably the biggest one, and food. We don't have that many people that are hungry, so it's likely not food pushing it up. Well, it definitely doesn't help. This extra hunter's hut should help close the food gap that we've got. Another person died? Man. Okay. Coal mine's ready to go. We have a bunch of engineers who are not doing anything right now. We'll assign them there. And that coal mine should push our coal production up high enough we can turn some of these heaters on. These people are dying are likely due to the cold temperature, especially in these homes, because it's really quite cold there, or tents. They should stop dying once the engineers finish upgrading the generator. How's it in the sawmill? It's really quite cold there as well. I guess since you guys have been working for as hard as you have, I can let you turn the heater on. Let's keep an eye on our coal there. The coal consumption of this generator is going to jump up quite a bit once the range increases. Too cold. Okay, get these operating. I missed the thing on the top that said they were too cold to operate. The medical posts. But they should also be a lot better once the generator upgrade goes in place. Ah, come on. Well, I said at the start of the stream, I've only played this game before on easy, and giving it a play on hard. I think we're actually doing a lot better than I thought we would. So, people are desperate. I may have spoken too soon. Sir, people are talking openly about overthrowing you. Bereft of hope, they see no future for our city, and they blame you for that. What should we do? You will have 2 days to raise more hope. It was one of the FTB ones. Okay. We need to get our hope above there. 2 days. That should give us roughly in line with that temperature rise there, which should help as well. Getting some food stockpiled with the help of this hunter's hut should help a bit with that as well. Cold at home. Finish the generator upgrade, please. $15 in palliative care. Generator range upgrade. Yay. Okay. Let's get this. There we go. These homes should be a decent amount warmer now.
Finish your labors, people. The work day is up.
Check the scales bottom right of the screen or you lose the game. You're talking about the discontent here? Yeah, I'm aware of that. We're trying to address that right now. Okay, let's get that tech tree. We were gonna go for getting that infirmary. This is also my first time playing this game on hard difficulty. You need to start mission with a culture tech. Oh, the scales. That's the laws. So what are you wanting me to click in here? fighting arena. New building, care home. Gravely ill can be kept alive in a care home and are no longer a burden on medical posts. That would help. Residents of a care home eat half as much. That would also help. Hope will rise slightly. Okay. I've done the fighting one before in a past playthrough. I think I'll give the care home a try this time.
Hear me, hear me. New law in the city.
Probably also want to see if I can fit it in the heat zone of the generator. I don't really have any space there though, so it's gonna have to go out here. Alright, let's give that a shot then. With the start of that cold snap and the engineers kind of lagging behind on the on research. I think we lost a few people there. So yeah, this is my first. So we're doing the new home scenario. I've played this game a couple times on the easy difficulty. This is my first time playing it on hard. And, well, I've gone a bit further than I expected without dying, so that's a good thing. Care house promise fulfilled, hope rises. There we go, that helps a bit. And, oh, the care house takes quite a few people. I was wanting to see this. Patience. No patience. Okay, got some patience there. And there. Okay. I don't think we really need to worry about losing people at this point. We still have 18 left over. You mean 11, right? And most of them are kids? I think we just lost most of the workers that were staffing these two hunters' huts. I think it'll be more efficient if I take him and put him over there with those guys. Okay. I'm gonna take those workers and staff the cookhouse with kids again. I don't think we have a lot of other options at the moment. How are we doing for coal? We are burning it significantly faster. Should get that, push that up a little bit better. Gonna take to do okay. Actually, take all of the workers there, get them hunting. Okay, that's putting all the kids back to work. That did free up a lot of capacity in the medical posts. Scouts have reached the bridge. Okay. So let's send the automaton they find there. Efficiency. Yes. Okay. We now have an automaton on its way to our city. It's going to take just about 2 days for it to show up. Which one of these two do we want to check out? Got a weather station, tall building, some peculiar devices on the roof, or several vehicles and tents. Okay, so we probably want to check out the convoy because we probably want more people. Does chat concur? Convoy. All right then. Finding the bridge to Winterhome proved that we're on the right track, but raises questions. Just what we need right now. Slightly lower hope. Okay. So up to 15%. Okay, what's pushing our discontent up? Cold at home. We can possibly overdriving the generator might help with that. Currency shift.
Time to earn your bread.
Do I have anything running at a longer than normal shift right now? I don't think so. That gets us 45 rations. Still have a few hungry people. But there's rations. I would rather not get into food additives. I may not have much choice in that regard, though. But again, that's going to push my discontent again. I think we just let it be for now and hope for the best. I'm not sure there is much more we can do at the moment. Oh, we're starting to get some people fed. That's good. missions in this game. Quite well done. Just get a large enough city you can just kind of stare at it. Four sick that are not being treated. 11 hours. So, thoughts on where's the tech tree? Not the book of laws. Go away. Tech tree. So we're doing the medical post upgrade right now. We seem to have the food situation improving. So not going to worry too much about that at the moment. We probably want to push for this one relatively soon. To do steel. Yeah, steel's gonna be... We're gonna need a steelworks before we can really do anything about that. Sawmill upgrade. Kiln. Yeah, we'll want to get another coal thing built before we really worry about upgrading the generator too much more. So I don't think we have the coal to fuel a power upgrade on the generator as well as the range upgrade. So that finishes. Get the infirmary researched. Then, now that requires the Tech 3. Think about that for a few more minutes. What's our consumption at? 12. This mine is producing 14. It's cutting it a little close. Yeah, we need that infirmary. We need to get some of these people working again. End of shift.
Time to rest, folks. Work's out today.
Scouts have reached the convoy. Survivors. I'm going to escort these guys to the city. 20 hours. Hopefully that helps with the hope a little bit. Infirmary sounds like a good next step. I think we should focus on getting better housing after. Okay. Doing reasonably well on wood. Make sure there's, yeah, still lots of wood in range there. Okay. So we're feeding people more quickly than they are eating the food. So that's a good thing. Unpopular decision, 2 adults and a child dying. Not a whole lot I can do about them at the moment. With this incoming group of survivors, I think we want to build another coal mine. And then we should be able to fuel the higher power setting on the generator. I think we're gonna have to shut some of these heaters off. 'We're not exactly bringing in coal as quickly as I would like. Eight hours left to raise hope. I don't think that's happening. Well, perhaps survivors will help? One can hope? Alright.
Work time. Get moving.
Medical post upgrade. Yay. Okay. Tech tree. Next step is... Ooh, steelworks. That's only wood. Okay. Can't really shut any of those down. Okay, that's one coal pile gone. This one's almost gone as well. That gathering post will be done for shortly. Three hours. They're not going to be here quite in time. Kind of cutting it close with the amount of fuel we have right now. Okay. Resources. What are we missing? Steel, of course. What can we do about this? I think we're gonna have to loot that coal pile there. We should be in a situation where we can be kind of thinking further ahead than we are right now. This isn't good. Okay, let's get rid of that building. Your time has come. Okay, let's see what's gonna happen here. Great. Well, I guess that's to be expected when you jump from easy to hard. A band of grand men escorts you under the generator. The waiting crowd is silent. People observe you as you pass, their faces bleak, as though they were watching snowfall. You are summarily judged and spared the death sentence in recognition of your efforts. You are banished from the city instead. Although, in this world, I'm not sure there's much difference between those two. Alright. Well, that was an interesting experiment. It's starting to get a little late here. I'm going to thank you all for coming, but I think we're going to end the stream here. I hope you enjoyed watching me fail at saving people from the ice. Ripperoni. Yep. Good night. I don't have a fancy outro. At least not yet. Alright. Thank you for coming.